Today, from Empower Field at Mile High in Denver, it's Week 15 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Denver Broncos taking on the Arizona Cardinals.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the foot of the Rockies, just west of downtown Denver at Empower Field at Mile High. Charles Davis. And Charles, we look at this Bronco team. They come in losers of 2 straight, so they're trying to right the ship here a little bit.
They're teetering a little bit, aren't they? And now things could really go south if they lose this game, so they understand the importance of playing well and stopping this streak.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Cardinals here, they've been flawless all year long as they hit the home stretch at 13-0.
And now they just have to guard against complacency. You still got to go out and earn it every week.
And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. And a look at a guy, definitely got a little razzle-dazzle to him. Can do it with his arm or his legs. Their mobile QB.
And he's had a great season so far throwing the football. Very likely could go over 4,000 yards with a good performance here. And even in an age of passing first, that is no small accomplishment.
Right to the air goes Nix. Open man is Waddle, complete. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. He was locked in. 2 trips to the end zone, Charles, over 100 yards receiving.
How about the combination of route running, confidence going downfield, and the ability to go up and get the football? You're exactly right. It was hard for them to stop him.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Throwing Nix. He gets this underneath to Dobbins, and they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
And he's brought down. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Working out of the gun is Nix. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that's going to bring up 2nd down. Back to the air with Nix. That's going to be caught by Waddle. That's good for a first down, his 2nd catch of the opening drive. To throw, here's Nix. Another catch there for Waddle. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Right back to him for 10 more and a first. Well, that's not just his first, not his second, already his 3rd completion here on the opening drive. And I think it's safe to say that getting him the ball in this game, one of their top priorities.
And a top priority for the defense has got to be finding ways to cover him. And I don't think you can have one basic coverage to get it done. You have to throw a number of coverages at him, make him think as he's running downfield, and hope you can create a little bit of havoc.
Nix from the shotgun. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Operating from the gun, here's Nix. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Elijah Moore, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Broncos are on the board first here this afternoon. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. So a nice drive put together there. They go 75 yards in 9 plays. And it was finished off by Elijah Moore on the touchdown reception. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. So here come the Cardinals now for their first drive. And they will be led out by a man in his sophomore campaign as the quarterback.
And his stat line last week, that's not going to get him to the Pro Bowl. All right, no touchdowns, no interceptions, but they won. And so the bottom line for him is team won, managed the game effectively, led them to victory. He's doing all the right things.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Finding his target, it's Trey McBride. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down. The numbers from McBride a week ago. 7 catches, 59 yards.
And I get the feeling that he loves this matchup. I mean, the unit he's going against is in the bottom half of the league against the pass. He had to have circled this one on the schedule and said to himself, this should be a big game.
That good for 22 and a first down. For a lot of people, MVP award means a quarterback award usually, but over 100 yards again last week. They're going to have to look his way more than once when giving out this award this season, I think.
Yeah, it's not just the consistency. It's been some plays that we've seen where we talk about it for weeks thereafter. That's what we're getting out of him. Over 100 yards last week. Expects to continue that in this game, too.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. They run over center with Benson. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. That goes for 14 yards. First down, Cardinals. Another run here with Benson. Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Throw left side, hauled in by McBride. And the Cardinals are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. Benson going to take this down just short of the goal line. He got 3, but could not get the ball over the chalk. Give him 3 on the gain there. 2nd and goal.
You know, when this offense gets down here near the end zone, they're going to turn to their bell cow, and this guy's been a touchdown machine all year. Excellent job stopping him there on first down.
And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. It's the fullback. His 7th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Cardinals are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. So that one, an 8-play drive. It spans 75 yards. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30.
So now the second drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos.
The long drive last time out for this offense, Charles, if you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
The throw over the middle, taken in. It's going to be a nice pickup, but he also takes a pretty good lick at the end of that one. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Nix throwing on 3rd down. And this pass broken up. Now the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
The Broncos send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. That's taken on the 25. Excellent work on the run back there, 33 yards. And the Cardinals, great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10. Cardinal offense coming back out. Let's give you a look at the playoff race. Now, this is into the weekend in the NFC.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down at the 31.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
2nd and 9 now. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals.
Marvin Harrison Jr.
31 yards, and the Cardinals have taken the lead.
Week after week, Charles, when we see this offense operate, I don't know, they just seem to get more impressive.
They certainly do, and let's face it, it's no surprise they're the best in the NFL in scoring. This team designs things well and executes even better. And here, it only takes a few snaps before they're in the end zone. That's how they demoralize teams. That's how they put them on notice.
Extra point right down the middle, and that makes the score 14-7. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive, and the Cardinals cap it with a touchdown. The Cardinals set now to kick this one away, and off we go.
And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line.
And Denver getting set to take the field.
And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. No gain on the play. And that will bring up 2nd down.
Here's Nix. And that'll be complete to Dobbins.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard. 2nd and 9 from the 44. Now it's Nix. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And they will score. It's a pick six for the Cardinals touchdown. An excellent play there, CD, on the pick six. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just wanted to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did and came through with a big-time pick six.
Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point.
It's good, and it is now 21-7. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. And coming out now, the Broncos. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
17 yards is the pickup there for number 17.
They'll run up the gut with Dobbins.
And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
Well, this defense for the Cards, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Washington.
And what keyed their victory? The pass rush. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks, and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well. Hard to throw the ball downfield, when all you're seeing is opposing jerseys come at you.
And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
You look at this Arizona defense.
It's a unit that has had all sorts of issues against the pass. Dead last in the NFL, number 32 in the league.
Take those rankings, throw them right out the window, because this is what you prepare for. This is what you practice for. This is what you think about. The ultimate test, taking out the #1 overall offense in the league.
And he will have a Broncos first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3. To throw is Nix.
Over the middle, it's complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver first down.
Nix to the air.
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Not the start to this one that any quarterback would want or envision. Remember, he had the pick six, and here he ends up on his backside.
And you have to wonder to yourself, okay, after throwing the pick six, did he get too careful with the football and not deliver downfield and take that sack? They've got to make sure that he's really into this game.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Back to throw. Nix. And he's got his man in stride. Complete. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
That pattern and scheme was well defensed on 3rd down. He tried to just sprint from one side of the field to the other, and they got it to him quickly. But no chance at yards after the catch there, and they stop him short.
A pretty wild first quarter. 21-7, our score. Second quarter about to begin from Denver. It's the Broncos in possession of the football as they've got it with a 4th down coming up. The kick by Fairbairn is good. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
And he won't quite make it to the 25. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal 1st down. 2 minutes gone by, second quarter. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. 61 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd and 4. A give up the middle with Benson. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. They'll drop to throw. Oh, and that is incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Can we just take that run and turn it into a kind of a clip and save? Because that tells you everything you need to know about this drive. They've been moving the ball awfully well.
This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And they move this all the way down to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. This offense, number 1 in the NFL in picking up 1st downs, and their run game got them another one there.
A really good stat to lead the league in, isn't it? Because if you keep picking up 1st downs, sustaining drives, that means you're controlling the football, controlling the clock, and letting your defense rest on the sidelines.
Ready, 53.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. Now we're going to get a stoppage here as we've got an injured Cardinal on the field. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. A handoff as they run the counter play. And he's going to bull his way down to about the 1-yard line. 7 big yards on the carry there to get him within range of the goal line with 3rd down upcoming.
A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called.
And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown.
A touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Cardinals are able to extend their lead.
Well, he'd been the workhorse on this drive, and it would have been unfair to bring someone else in to finish the job. So they go back to him again, and he delivers with a touchdown run.
Point after try forthcoming. And it's no good. No, he misses the extra point, and our score stays right where it is. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And to no one's surprise here in Denver, that'll carry through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now a toss left side for Dom.
No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
Do you remember in preseason we were going to the different training camps and visiting teams, and we always would see the running backs working out and going through those gauntlet drills,
yep.
And, you know, guys either slapping at the ball or the machines. You got to learn to take care of it.
Yeah, they lost it there. Big fumble. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the 2nd quarter.
And he doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back, and that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. They'll try and start this drive in the air.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Broncos are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. Well, he had to wait until December, but congrats to the rookie, his first INT.
Yeah, he's been a reliable contributor for this defense throughout the season. Definitely got a bright future, and has gotten even brighter after making that play.
He finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down.
And remember, this is a running back that fumbled on the previous drive, but fortunately for them, nothing came of it. And I think when that happens, sometimes coaches can lean a little more on forgive and forget. So he's right back out there and running again.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Catch number 4 for him on the afternoon, and it'll give him a 1st down.
A give up the middle to Dobbins.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
That's a nice run to get himself back on the horse after his fumble. Nothing spectacular, but a good confidence-building run.
Throwing on 2nd down, Nix.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 15-yard line. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack. Sacks a growing theme in this 1st half. This is 2nd and long. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Looking to throw. Nix. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run with Dobbins. And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. J.K. Dobbins, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Broncos are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. So this drive spans 7 plays. And it's finished off by a touchdown run from J.K. Dobbins. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
It'll be a gain of 2 on the play, but they'll remain a few inches short here with 3rd down looming. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Back to throw here. Able to get this one to McBride. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line.
114 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game.
Right back to him on 1st down. And he's got this down to the 35. A Cardinal 1st down on a gain of 13.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
On 1st down, it's Benson.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Well, there's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead.
They'll go again with Benson.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
2nd and 4. Got his tight end. That's complete. That's McBride.
And the Cardinals are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
They'll try to run this one in. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
Definitely an important sequence here for this defense. They've had their share of struggles in this 1st half. They just cannot afford to give up another touchdown here.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone, trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
They've gotten it to the 1. Can they get that final yard here on 3rd and goal? They'll try to run this one in. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Punching it in from a yard away.
And the Cardinals will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. So the 2nd down run didn't work. They run it again on 3rd down and get in. I wasn't sure if they might pass it, Charles. We know that they like to mix it up down here around the goal line.
Yeah, almost felt like the offensive line said, forget mixing it up. Let's call our favorite running play over our best blockers, and let's get this one in.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. The Cardinals set now to kick this one away, and off we go. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
The Broncos going to go on offense now late in this first half. I don't think they need to be reminded of the situation here. I mean, the clock is dwindling. 3-score deficit waiting for them at halftime unless they can get something on the board here before intermission. On 1st and 10, here's Nix.
And incomplete on the deep ball.
Trying to get something positive to happen here before the break, and they sure need it. They went for the big one, but it winds up incomplete.
Nix to throw on 2nd down.
Over the middle, complete. It's Moore. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half.
Third and 3.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
The Broncos send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. Fielded at about the 28. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half.
Now the Cardinals going to get the football one final time here in this first half.
And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45.
2nd down and a little more than a yard here.
He'll look to throw. Trying to lay one up deep. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. He's going to go up top again. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
And with apologies to Dylan Thomas, apparently they're not going to go gently into the half. They're still out there firing haymakers. They took a chance on a deep ball there, but it winds up incomplete.
And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Cardinals out in front. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, time for a sprint to the finish, as it's time to get you caught up with what's happening around the NFL here in a pivotal Week 15. We begin out at SoFi Stadium. Seattle making the trip down the Pacific Coast to take on Los Angeles. And it's the Seahawks who have the lead as those two teams approach halftime. Jackson Smith-Njigba, 2 touchdown catches on the afternoon. From there, we head east to check out the Jets at home at MetLife Stadium. And you can see, currently they trail in that ball game. Joe Burrow with 3 touchdown passes. Lastly, let's get to the Windy City. See what's happening with the Bears at home at Soldier Field. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting Packers. Caleb Williams with a touchdown pass.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3.
The Cards with a lead, and they will get this football first as the second half gets started.
And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback. The Cardinals ready to go here to start the third quarter. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I liked what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down. They'll try to run for it with Benson. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll look to throw. And this one is incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line.
62 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
That was a really nice run there to bring up 3rd and short. After the incompletion on 1st down, it's awfully nice to have a running back that you can hand it to and put you back in a good situation.
And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47. The drive stays alive, a 3rd down gain of 8.
And how about that on 3rd down? So many different directions an offense can go. Throw it out wide to the receivers, get it to their speedy running back. They changed up everything and handed it to the fullback, and he surprised them all and picked up a 1st down.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore.
And the Broncos are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield.
Pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the third quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive? I think they just crossed it on that one.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. This will be caught. It's Waddle. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 23 yards to pick up there.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Nix to throw on first down. Quick hitter to Jalen Waddle. And the Broncos are looking at first and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. Dobbins.
And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up second and goal.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
Now they show jet sweep, but instead a run up the middle here.
And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown.
It's a 1-yard touchdown run, and the Broncos get a bit closer.
Fairbairn good with the extra point, and the lead is trimmed down to 10. That time a 6-play drive, and it culminates in a touchdown by the Broncos. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over.
This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Now that's a run that warms a play caller's heart because you're actually set up to do whatever you want on offense. You can come right back and run essentially the same play because you have momentum, or you can fake that running play and throw something deep over the top, or you now feel like you have an extra down to play with because if you go ahead and just throw it and you don't get it, come back and try and pick it up on 3rd down.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. He'll look to throw. And the Broncos get there and take him down. He couldn't get rid of it. He winds up losing a yard. It's 2nd down. One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Buying time to his left. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. Here comes the Cardinals punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback.
Denver's offense now set to go. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've gotten pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
On 2nd down, it's Nix.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
On third down, Nix, and that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's fourth down. The Broncos send out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. Fights loose.
So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return.
And the Cards will take over, 1st and 10.
The football back in the hands of the Arizona Cardinals.
And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive.
From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd down and 5.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46.
173 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
2nd and 10.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That burst good for 20 and a 1st down.
Well, partner, I have to say they caught him in the right defense there. Nickel set, 5th defensive back on the field, and they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all. And I still remember being in school, and one of my offensive line teammates used to say, boy, I'd love to come downfield and hit you little people.
Good run there. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Cards add 6 to their lead.
Well, this offensive line has really stepped up to the challenge here because those Mastodons, they've been sensational clearing holes all game long. And this is great work down here near the goal line to give their back the space he needs to work his way into the end zone.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. So that drive goes 8 plays. And in the end, it's capped off by a 7-yard run. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And he'll wisely just take a knee here, and this ball will come out to the 30-yard line. The Broncos about set to go on offense. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down. Operating from the gun, Nix, and he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Solid gain of 18 yards and a Denver 1st down.
Now a handoff for Dobbins. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35.
11 more on that one and another first down.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they get to that end zone real fast.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
Dobbins running out of the gun.
And he's able to work free for about 6 down to the 18.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
To throw on second down.
Nix throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. The kick by Fairbairn is good. And that will close the gap down to 14.
So that maybe not exactly what they were hoping for, but it does get them back within a couple of scores.
And at this point in the 3rd quarter, you don't have much margin for error, and that means you can't have drives that end with nothing. Whether it's a punt, a turnover on downs, those have to go away. You have to end with a kick, either a field goal or an extra point after a touchdown.
Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. He has had a whale of a game. In the 3rd quarter, you're already over 200 yards. I don't know what more he can do at this point.
Not a whole lot, and what he has found is that zone that we always talk about, where every carry feels great. Every carry potentially is a sprint to the end zone, and all he wants to do is ride it as long as this game goes on.
Yeah, now he's just thinking 300 yards maybe. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 12 yards to pick up. Good enough for an Arizona first. I don't know what this says about me, but I love successful runs up the middle when the blocking is so well executed like that.
And it doesn't matter whether it's zone blocking, whether it's a power scheme. When you have a blocker on a defense,
he'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up Sackett. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll look to throw here.
A short one here, caught by McBride.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. The Cardinals on 3rd down. Can't fault these numbers. 7 for 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Now back to throw.
He'll find his man. That's the rookie from Notre Dame. Down the right sideline.
Touchdown, Cardinals. A great play there. 61 yards.
And the Cardinals add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. I don't know if last year as a rookie if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized. And they were all over that, so he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the second-year quarterback.
Extra point right down the middle, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So the Broncos come back out as we give you a look at the playoff race in the AFC.
And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. Nix now on 1st and 10.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw.
Open man is Waddle, complete. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. Well, Charles, sometimes we talk about the lengths officials sometimes go to protect star quarterbacks, but that was tough to argue against.
Yeah, and I'm sure that everyone's going to say, hey, we're going to administer the penalty the same way for all quarterbacks. But when it's a star back there, even more so are they going to be diligent about throwing the flag.
From the 29, here's 2nd and 3. Throwing Nix.
Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Moore. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Nix to throw again. That's to Waddle on the quick slant.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion left.
On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins.
And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
So a decent deficit at this stage in the second half. 4-down territory?
No doubt about it. There's not a chance that he hasn't looked ahead and said, okay, if we gain yardage on this play, this is what we'll do going forward. If we lose yardage, this is the play call that I'll have ready.
And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Back to throw. Nix. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. The coverage good. The pressure good. Leads to the sack. And it's 3rd and goal now.
He's the NFL sack leader coming into the game. And now that's 2 more that he's added to his total.
He wants some separation from spot 1 and 2 in that sack category.
This likely a must-have. 3rd and goal. They'll try and throw. Here's Nix. He'll swing this out to Dobbins.
Touchdown!
J.K. Dobbins.
He scored on the ground and through the air.
And the Broncos have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the lead will be cut down to 14. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it ends with a Denver touchdown. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He is north of 200 yards. Any time that you can say you're north of 200 yards, you've done something right.
Yeah, you're going to get some big check marks on your grade sheet, and you're going to be in heavy rotation on all the highlight shows, and you might even make a magazine cover or two.
He's hoping for more, the cherry on top maybe, as this game goes forward. They'll come up on a 2nd and 4 now from the 40-yard line. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. And now they're in the hurry-up. On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. On the give, it's Benson. Talanoa Hufanga in on the stop. As we get late in this one, is altitude a factor for a visiting team in Denver? Is that something that's overplayed?
No, it's real, and I know a lot of the visiting teams like to downplay it because they don't want to get into the heads of their players, but you can't avoid it. As soon as you get to the locker room, you get to the stadium, they always post it in there. Welcome to Denver. Altitude 5,280 feet. The air is rare. Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
They have the first down with that gain of 4 yards. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And a good run as he manages 7 yards down to the 17. 2nd down and 3. They're going to look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's McBride. And that'll be enough to keep the drive moving forward. Another first down on the pickup of 5 yards. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. And they're going to speed things up here. On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And he is in for 6. Touchdown, Cardinals. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Cardinals are closing in on a 14-0 record as they extend their lead.
And that right there is the definition of a statement drive. You're in the 4th quarter, trying to get to the finish line. And here, they were able to hold the ball for a long time and move it down the field. And how about them finishing it off with the touchdown run? Winning football 101, check that box.
The extra point up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns in 21. So that drive spans 13 plays, and it results in a 4-yard touchdown run. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And Denver getting set to take the field.
Facing a big fourth quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled. That pass complete to Moore.
And a good job to get him to the ground quickly right there at the 36-yard line. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
To throw, here's Nix.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be 2nd down. Looking to throw. Nix. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
Nix looking to throw again. A quick throw there is incomplete.
Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Here's 2nd and 10. Nix from the shotgun.
And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here. The Broncos on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw again.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 35.
Well, that flag puts them on their heels a little bit more defensively as the officials walk it upfield.
Yeah, and they can blame the officials all they want, but bottom line, it's their own fault because, to me, that was an avoidable call. Stay focused and avoid major mistakes like that.
Back to the air with Nix.
It's caught. Mitchell. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and that'll make it 2nd down. Again, he'll drop to throw. Finds his tight end, Ingram.
And the Broncos are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line. Here's Nix.
Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. 3 yards is the gain that time. 2nd and goal. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They've got it 2nd and goal as they look for a late touchdown. Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Here's Nix once more.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver.
Marvin Mims
From 3 yards out.
And the Broncos are able to cut into that deficit.
Fairbairn good with the extra point. And the lead will be cut down to 14. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it culminates in a touchdown by the Broncos. And the Cardinals' hands team able to secure the football. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none.
Oh, and that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line.
Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And a missed tackle there as he pushes forward for a gain of 4. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
2nd down and 6 now from the 26.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry.
And the Cardinals are going to have a 1st down. And that's a big one, as they should be able to run it out from here.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll manage to break a tackle and get this forward for a couple. It'll be 2nd down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's going to get it inside the 10 to the 7-yard line. Give him 8 yards there. Still a few inches to go, though, as it'll be 3rd down and about the length of the football. On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And he fights his way in, not giving up. And it's a Cardinal touchdown. Taking it in from 7 yards away.
And the Cardinals extend their 4th quarter lead, and they are closing in now on a 14-win campaign. Another touchdown here in the 4th quarter, and Charles, I think we can start to consider that this undefeated streak of theirs is going to be safe for another week.
And partner, you don't make it this far into a season without a loss unless you're getting contributions from both sides of the ball and sometimes even your special teams, and that's been true today. Each side helping guide them to this late lead.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Jalen Waddle, the speedster wide receiver, brings out this offense.
Seems like the measuring stick. Receiver for a great game is 100 yards. Well, he's well past that now.
And as we analyze how he's getting them, that's where it really becomes fun. Because, let's face it, they keep sending coverage at him, keep trying to put the pressure on, yet he finds ways downfield and finds openings. That's a really crafty receiver.
Throwing on 1st and 10 is Nix.
A short throw to Ingram, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry.
He looks to the sideline and has Mims, who makes a catch.
7 catches for him now, and this last one, a 1st down.
To throw is Nix.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted.
And the Cards are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line.
Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
And what is going on here? Are they serious? First down, and they're in punt formation. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And a gain of about 4 here moves this from the 6 up to the 10. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And this one complete again to Mims. And he's dropped just shy of the 25 at the 24. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go at each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for the Cards, they move ever closer to the perfect regular season as they run things to 14-0. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Broncos, the loss might knock them out of playoff contention as they drop to 6-8. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at MetLife Stadium with the New York Jets. So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. Enjoy the rest of your afternoon, everyone, as we say so long from Denver.